All right, I believe we are live right now then. All right, I believe we are live right now then. All right, hey, there we are. Hello, everyone. We're gonna give this a few minutes just so that people can come in. I know not everyone will be here exactly at 7. I know I'm not a punctual guy myself. I just happen to have to be here, so that's why I'm here. But we'll probably have more people coming in, so we're gonna give it a little bit before we jump right in. In the meantime, you'll see at the screen there on the bottom there, we have a link to go into the trivia. You are welcome to hop in there in preparation. The link there, it's crowd.live/GNXKB, as it says down there, where you can then put in your email and we can, and you can have your team name and everything set up there. Feel free to use whatever device you'd like and have as many people on the team as you'd like. But of course, if you have more people on your team, you'll have to split the prize up between them, and that might make things difficult. And make sure you do use a valid email address because that's how we will contact you if you do win to get you your prize. And so if you give us a fake email, then we can't give you a prize, and then it has to go to somebody else, and that'd be terrible. So make sure you're using an actual email when you do that. We're going to give this probably a couple more minutes and see how everyone's doing, and then we will go into the trivia. Also, feel free to say hello to me in the chat. I will be casually glancing at it. If you have anything you would like to say, if you have any corrections, do yourself a favor and don't blurt out any answers. There's enough of a delay that it probably won't make a difference. But if you have something to say, I will be able to see what people have to say. Don't mind me. I've been. If you feel like you have a specific bending element in that you feel is the best, feel free to put that in the chat. It's sort of the same vein as when we did our Harry Potter trivia and we did houses, but see, I thought about this myself, trying to think which one is the most effective. I still feel. Oh, also, we have our people back at HQ here at the lovely Arlington Heights Memorial Library that will be making sure everything runs smoothly on the back end. So if there's any issues there, feel free to say so in the chat if you have any issues, and we can handle that there. As for, we got a Waterbender from Callie. You know what? I'm gonna go. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go air on this one. I'm gonna throw myself in there and say air. Although, yeah, I'm trying to think because you think of it like what's the most effective in like battle, but you're probably not gonna do a lot of like fighting. You're not have to worry about So I have to imagine what's the most utilitarian in real life. Like fire, yeah, I don't have to find matches, so that's useful. Yeah, which one do you think is like the most practical application? In air. Well, I guess air, you can keep yourself cool. So, which is not too bad because in this room it gets a little toasty. Earthbender seems strong as well. Again though, what is the practical application there? Like what could you use that for in just your day-to-day? Like in your job, you can't, summon a giant boulder or anything. Though I do see a lot of firebenders, so air is completely unrepresented. I just said I thought air for the sake of flight because that seems fun. Though I suppose there are kind of alternate ways around that, but yeah, that's just me. I think we'll give it another minute or two, and then we will get started. Don't mind me again. A little water bending of my own here. Stay hydrated, folks. Trivia hosting is an exhausting process now. be overpowered, but you can grab water from thin air. Yeah, okay. Oh, and if I have mentioned before, there is a delay between when I'm speaking and what you'll see, and if you say something in the chat and me responding to it. I am seeing them for myself in real time, but responding to you in a delay. That's just the nature of streaming. So I will try to be as quick there as possible. Also, that means as I'm reading trivia questions, it will not be in real time with the devices that you're using for that. So, prep accordingly. I would say, in general, pay more attention to your device than me, which I hate to tell you to ever not pay attention to me. But for this one instance, it's better to keep an eye on your phone, computer, whatever you're using, as opposed to me, because that will have the question first. And it's all about speed here. Got to be fast based on points. Also, I don't see anybody in the chat mentioning anything about practical use, but that's totally fine. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know what you do in your life, but for me, I figure my commute would be made a little easier with airbending. What am I talking about? I work from home. Anyways, let's get this going. Hello and welcome. Thank you all for joining us tonight. My name is Anthony Mealy, and I will be your host for Avatar: The Last Airbender trivia. Thank you to the Arlington Heights Memorial Library for pulling this all together and giving us the opportunity to nerd out over this amazing anime. As I said before, to log into the trivia game, visit crowd.live/GNXKB. It's again shown on the screen there, so you don't have to remember the random series of letters I just threw at you. And it will ask you for an email address. Make sure you give it your actual email address or just a real email address you can access, because that's how we will use that to contact the winners. If we can't contact you, we can't give you a prize, and then someone else gets your prize, and that's not fun. And again, we're just kind of easing in as people get settled. But speaking of prizes, we have prizes. In order to be eligible, you will have to be in Illinois. Sorry for the out of staters or potentially out of countryers, otherworldly, other planets. So again, make sure you register on CrowdPer with your email address or a email address that you can have access to, so that we can reach out to you. I actually have the prizes right here, so I can actually showcase what we are giving out for third prize. If I could pick it up, we have this fantastic little notebook here with the airbending lovely decorations on that. For second prize, I'll try to make sure this is showing up well. We have a lovely set of bending lapel pins. Check them out. And for first prize, sorry if I did the backwards. Third prize was the notebook. Second was were the pins. And first prize, an Aang and Momo Funko Pop. Look at it; it's adorable. That could be yours if you take first prize. Also, other exciting things coming up. If you're a fan of gaming, especially for those of you that are fans of Dungeons and Dragons, like myself, we are going to be hosting a D&D session for adults on Tuesday, August 24th. Signups are going to start on August 1st. You can view all of our upcoming programs on our programming calendar at ahml.info. Feel free to look at that there, as well as all the lovely other events hosted. Just wanted to throw that one at you guys if you enjoy tabletop gaming as much as I do. And I think with that, let me situate myself. Why don't we get ourselves started? Also, as I go along, I will be showing for each question once the timer has gone through, I'll give you the correct answer, show kind of the general landscape of everyone's answers, not by team, just in general. And then every 5 questions, I will show the rankings board. Keep in mind, the rankings are based on points. The points are based on speed. So the quicker that you answer the question, the more points you get, assuming you get the question right. So it's not just if you get it right, but how quickly you get it right. So keep careful eye on your phone, computer, tablet, smart fridge, whatever you're using. Faster you get the answer in, the more points you get. So, with all that said, unless, but yes, let's get started with question number 1. All right, which air temple is Aang from? Is it the Western Air Temple? Is it the Northern Air Temple? Is it the Eastern Air Temple? Or is it the Southern Air Temple? Which temple is Aang, or I'm sorry, which air temple is Aang from? And the correct answer for which air temple Aang is from, that is the Southern Air Temple. The Southern Air Temple. And as a fun fact, the symbols of the 4 nations that are written in the map of the Avatar world have literal meanings in Chinese calligraphy. For example, the symbol of water is joined with another that means virtue. For earth, it means strong. For fire is fierce. And finally, for air, it means peaceful. Fun fact. I will be littering in fun facts throughout here. But yes, Southern Air Temple. And it looks like about half of you got that right. Moving on to question number 2. Who is not a member of the Freedom Fighters? Is it Longshot, Haru, Jet, or Smellerbee? Who is not a member of the Freedom Fighters? And the only one who is not a member of the Freedom Fighters is Haru. Haru is the only one, and it appears as though most of you got that one correct. Well done. In the show, Haru was one of the last airbenders in a small village. Moving on to question number 3. Who is the flexible chi blocker that helps chase the Avatar? Is it Jin? Is it Zhu Li? Is it Tai Li? Or is it Mei? Who is the flexible chi blocker that helps chase the Avatar? It is nice. I get to see in real time as people answer and how people are doing. The correct answer for who the flexible chi blocker is, that is Tai Li. And it looks like almost everyone got that one right. Good job, everyone. Moving on to question number 4. What is the name of the sinister spirit, also known as the Face Stealer? Is it Tui? Is it Ko? Is it La? Or Wan Shi Tong? What is the name of the sinister spirit, also known as the Face Stealer? That is a great nickname. And the name of the sinister spirit is Ko. And it looks like most of you got that one correct. Sorry, are stupid puns allowed? Is that okay? And in the show, Tui and La are the koi fish that dwell in the Northern Water Tribe. An owl spirit introduced in season 2 in the library is known as Wan Chi Tong, he who knows 10,000 things. His name quite literally translates to one who knows 10,000 things, which is very specific. Question number 5. Who is the leader of the Dai Li agents? Is it Jiang? Is it Azula? Is it Kuei? Or Long Fang? Who is the leader of the Dai Li agents? Also, each of these questions is going to have a lovely little animation to go with it to make things fun. Animation or picture. And the correct answer is Long Fang. Long Fang. And everyone got that one right. But it's not just if you got that right, it's how quickly you got that right. Which segues nicely to let's take a look at how many people or what the scores are across the board. This is my favorite part. I always love seeing what people's names are. We have Blind Bandit in first with fans of Kyoshi and Aaron just a little behind there. I'm looking at some of the great names here. Sorry, I just saw Never Gonna Give You Appa. I like that one. Nerdbender, Snape Gruber, Martin's Nat William, Azula, and Rachel. I wish I could give Never Gonna Give You Appa points just for the name itself, but I don't have that power. That is beyond me. But again, very close. Top 4 got all of them correct so far, but again, it's all about speed, but it's still very close. Moving on to question number 6. Who is the Fire Nation swordsman who trains Saka? Is it Jiang? Is it Piandao? Is it Bumi? Or Paku? Who is the Fire Nation swordsman who trains Saka? I love the animations. They're so great. Oh, all right. The correct answer for who's the Fire Nation swordsman who trains Saka is Piandao. In the show, he's also a member of the Piandao is also a member of the secret society, the White Lotus. And this one, about 70 if you got that right. A little tougher on this one. Questions, if I'm not mistaken, get a little more difficult as we go along. And you can confirm that. So be ready. Question number 7. Who defeated Azula in the final Agni Kai? Is it Toff, Aang, Zuko, or Katara? Who did it? Oh, I'm seeing an even split between 2 of the answers. Very close one, but only one can be correct. And the correct answer for who defeated Azula in the final Agni Kai is Katara. In the show, while the duel began between Zuko and Azula, Katara stepped in to help finish the fight after Zuko was taken out by Azula's lightning bolt. The Firebender's duel, which plays an important role throughout the series, is called Agni Kai. Agni is Sanskrit for the word fire and is a name of a Hindu. Kai can be translated from Japanese as meeting or together. So fiery meeting is an adequate description of the Agni Kai. So there you go. Question number 8. Who is responsible for Avatar Roku's death? Was it Fire Lord Azulan? Fire Lord Sozin? Fire Lord Ozai? Or Fire Lord Zoryu? Who is responsible for Avatar Roku's death? And if I'd made that creepy sounding enough. But the person responsible for Avatar Roku's death is Sozin. Fire Lord Sozin. In the show, he left Roku to die during a powerful volcanic eruption in which the Avatar inhaled toxic fumes and succumbed to the flow of lava. Without Roku's interference, Sozin was able to rise to power and start the 100-Year War. I got a message from HQ that's saying, watch out for spoilers. And my assumption is if you are doing this trivia, then you are going to be okay with spoilers because you have to have at least a decent knowledge of it. Oops. Question number 9. What is the name of May's brother? Is it Tom Tom, Paku, Jiang, or Luten? See 2 different answers for people coming in. Whenever I see that, especially when it's an even split, I always feel like I'm breaking someone's heart by telling them that they got the wrong answer. The correct answer is Tom Tom, the name May's brother. In the show, Team Avatar briefly meets Tom Tom after they encounter him in the Fire Nation-controlled city of Omashu. Luten is the name of Uncle Iroh's son. And only 5 of the characters throughout the series have their age explicitly mentioned. Tom Tom is one of them, along with Aang, Zuko, and Yue and Toff. Question number 10. Finish the tune, which I will not attempt to sing. 2 lovers, forbidden from one another. Is the rest of that secret tunnel? Through the mountains they go. Destined to be together, or war divides their people. What fragment there finishes the tune? The correct answer is war divides their people. War divides their people, which it looks like that one was a tough one. And most people thought destined to be together, but indeed, war divides their people. And it goes on to say war divides their people, and the mountain divides them apart. With that, let's see if the scores have shifted. Blind Bandit still taking a commanding lead, about 50 over Team Appa. Team Appa moving up. Rachel as well, looking like they're taking going up there. Blind Bandit's got 10 out of 10 right so far. Cheers to you, Blind Bandit. But Team Appa and Rachel, you're not too far off, and there's still 25 questions left to go. Could go in any direction. Moving on to question number 11. Who was Zuko's childhood crush? Is it May, Ty Lee, Katara, or Korra? Who was Zuko's childhood crush? I did review and get to see all of these. I just saw this the GIF, and by the way, it's GIF, not GIF, but neither here nor there. I love this. The correct answer for who was Zuko's childhood crush, it's May. Zuko is one of the last characters to be written into the show, actually. The Fire Lord was meant to be the show's main antagonist, but the writers realized he would not be able to cause Aang and his friends trouble sitting from his throne. Zuko was then written into the show. So, fun little fact about Zuko. And most of you got it right. Nicely done. Question number 12. Why was Aang hesitant to firebend again? Is it because it was too hard? Is it because he doesn't want to learn? Was it because he accidentally burned Katara? Or was it because he accidentally burned Toff's feet? Why was Aang hesitant to firebend again? And the reason he was so hesitant Because he accidentally burned Katara, which all of you knew. Nicely done. In the show, after attempting to firebend against his first teacher's warnings, Aang loses control of his fire and accidentally burns Katara's hands. So, there you go. Question number 13. What did Hama practice bloodbending on? Was it practice on mice, Fire Nation soldiers, herself, or people from her village? What did she practice bloodbending on? Which, so creepy. And the correct answer for what she practiced bloodbending on was mice. Hama practiced the new technique on mice while in jail during full moons before she was able to use it on people. Good job for those of you that nailed that one. Question 14. While pretending to be Aang's parents, Sokka takes the name Wangfire. What was Katara's name? Was it Flintfire, Starfire, Emberfire, or Sapphire Fire? What was Katara's name there? Again, these gifts are killing me. I did not pick them, but I love them. Excellent choices. The name Katara picked, Sapphire Fire, which is quite a mouthful. I see a lot. It's stuck in a couple of your minds there. I'm just enjoying the gift just a little bit longer. Also in the show, Sokka came up with their outlandish names when the pair went undercover at a Fire Nation school. Question 15. Chapter 11, The Desert. Iroh reveals that he has connections using a move performed in what game? What was the game? Was it The White Lotus? Was it Tiu? Was it Pai Show? Or Iroh doesn't play games? Which game is it? And the correct answer is Pai Show. Pai Show is correct. Let's take a look at those leaderboards again. Blind Bandit, again, wow. But Team Appa is catching up. They're only about 30 points behind there, and they're moving quick. So Blind Bandit, confident as you may be, watch out for them. Rachel, also very close. Also see fans of Kyoshi, very close there as well. Yeah, I'm still dying, and we're never going to give you Appa. Simple joke, but it wins me over. Nicely done. All right, let's take a look at question 16. What element does Aang bend originally? Does he originally bend air, earth, water, or fire? Air, earth, water, or fire? Or was he part of the band Earth, Wind, and Fire? No, it's something else. And the element Aang bends originally is air. Which, good job, everybody. Yeah, we wanted to give you an easier one on this one here. Other than air, water, earth, and fire, they are considered to be other elements that can be bent, such as blood, which we mentioned, spirit, ice, plant, combustion, lava, metal, sound, and lightning, though technically all of these are kind of sub branches of air, water, earth, and fire. So, everyone's got a specialty. So, if you have a practical application for blood bending, put it in the chat. I really hope you don't. Okay, question number 17. In the Blue Spirit, while Sokka was sick, who did he say was hilarious? Was it Appa? Was it Aang? Was it Mako? Or Momo? Who did he say was hilarious? And the correct answer is Appa. Appa was the one he said was hilarious. Which, oh no, Momo is hilarious. I will give you that. So that's a fair assumption to think that. Yeah, Saka was sick from the elements, so he was hallucinating. Question number 18. What nickname does Toff have for Aang? Is it Arrows? Is it Baldy? Is it Airbud? Or is it Twinkle Toes? I'm just in a trance looking at this gif here. What nickname does Toff have for Aang? That's Twinkle Toes. Toff calls him Twinkle Toes, which most all of you got correct. Question number 19. What is the name of the Earth Kingdom's capital city? Is it Central City? Is it Kyoshi Island? Is it Ba Sing Se? Or Omashu? What is the name of the Earth Kingdom's capital city? And the correct answer is Ba Sing Se. You guys knew clearly. It is the capital city of the Earth Kingdom. Omashu, ruled by Aang's old friend Bumi, is a grand Earth Kingdom city in itself, but it is not the capital. Central City is in Korra. Going on to question number 20. In the theme song opening, who is the person that waterbends? Is it unknown? Is it Kyoshi? Is it Paku? Or is it Azula? Who is the person that waterbends in the theme song opening? I was going to make a rule for my own hydration. Anytime I mention waterbending, I'm going to take a drink of water. And the person that waterbends, that is Paku. The waterbender is Master Paku of the Northern Water Tribe. The earthbender is Zood. The firebender is Princess Azula. And the airbender is the only bender not equal to any named character. So moving to, let's take a look at the rankings there. Blind Bandit is just taking 1776 points. Very American of you. Team Appa, about 100 points shy there. Rachel just behind. It's generally very close, with only a couple hundred for each between. So could go anyway. Question 21. What tea flavor did Uncle Iroh tell Zuko was his favorite? Is it hibiscus, oolong, green, or ginseng? Which one did he tell Zuko was his favorite? And the correct answer is ginseng. Uncle Iroh tells Zuko that ginseng tea is his favorite after his duel with Zhao. And a fun fact on that too. Iroh was not originally meant to be Zuko's uncle. He was originally meant to be just a firebending mentor. And it looks like there was a bit of an almost even split between oolong and ginseng. But in fact, ginseng was his favorite. 22. Who was the avatar directly before Aang? Is it Korra, Kyoshi, Wan, or Roku? Who was the avatar directly before Aang? And the avatar directly before Aang is Roku. In the episode The Southern Air Temple, Aang was looking at Roku when Katara said, "Who is that?" And Aang said, "That's our Avatar Roku, the avatar before me." Uh, and in the introduction, the avatar demonstrating all four bending arts is Roku, the avatar before Aang, who we mentioned in an earlier question. Question 23. What is Sokka's weapon of choice? Does he have a hatchet, a boomerang, a scythe, or a spear? What is his weapon of choice? Excellent. Click that. And Sokka's weapon of choice, the boomerang. Very interesting choice amongst those. I guess the range in its return, you know. You all knew that one though. Sometimes we'll give you a couple easier ones in here. Question 24. How many years was Aang imprisoned in the glacier? Was he imprisoned for 50 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, or 5 years? How long was he stuck in that glacier? And the amount of time it was 100 years. He was stuck in there for 100 years. And besides Aang, at least two other characters are over 100 years old. Bumi, who knew Aang before he got frozen, and Guru Pathak, who knew Monk Gyatso. Certain pieces of information from various episodes also imply that Fire Lord Sozin lived for about 100 years. Avatar Kyoshi had lived for 230 years. Avatar Kuruk died at the age of 33, and that makes him the shortest lived avatar ever. And moving on to question 25. When Iroh created the ability to redirect lightning, what bending was he studying? Was that earth, water, fire, or air? What bending was Iroh studying? And the correct answer for which one he was bending is waterbending. Who's studying waterbending? The elemental bending movements are based on martial arts, earthbending, uh, Hungar, Kung Fu, firebending is Northern Shaolin Kung Fu, waterbending is Tai Chi, and airbending is based on uh, Jiang. I'm sure I mispronounced that one. And if I mispronounce anything, feel free to yell at me in the chat. It's totally on me if that's the case. uh, let us take a look at the rankings thus far. Blind Bandit still taking a lead. Team Appa pretty close still, about 100 shy. Everything's pretty steady at the moment. So we will go on to question 26. What is the source of a waterbender's power? Is it the air, the moon, the water, or the sun? What is the source of a waterbender's power? And again, mention of waterbending, so I'm gonna take a drink. Giant water bottle is really nice. The source of a waterbender's power is the moon, which you all knew. Nicely done. Question 27. What does Aang say to make Appa fly? Mush, go, up, or yip yip? What? Again, if I ever randomly break out into laughter, it's because I've just caught a glimpse at the animation we have at the bottom there, and it gets me. And what Aang says to make Appa fly, it's yip yip. You all knew that. You don't have to have me tell you. Question 28. Let's keep talking about Appa because he's adorable. What kind of animal is he? Is he a winged lemur? Is he a flying bison? Is he a polar bear dog or a shearshu? Also, I am being informed that there is also an Appa Funko. So that's adorable. I'm curious if it's how big it is. I almost wanted to say if it's life size, and I get the feeling they don't have a life size Appa Funko. Might be a bit difficult to ship. Appa is a flying bison. And again, you all knew that. Fun fact, almost all the animals in the show are a combination of two animals. For example, Appa is half bison, half manatee, and Momo is half bat, half lemur. Except Bosco, who is a full bear, and said to be weird that he is only a bear. And Miyoki is the cat that was the pet of the old herbalist. But yes, this is reminding me of a personal favorite of mine in Dungeons and Dragons, the owl bear, a mixture of, as the name would imply, an owl and a bear. Question 29. Why does Zuko want to capture the Avatar? Is he doing that to regain his honor? So he can become the next Avatar, to take over the Air Nation, or the Avatar owes him money? And if that... Oh, it's apparently, I'm being told the Appa Funko is 6 inches tall by 10 wide. So reasonably sized. Not life-sized again, but still. And it's also like $100. So why does Zuko want to capture the Avatar? Because he owes him... No, obviously he does not owe money. It's because he wants to regain his honor. Again, you all knew that. And if he owed him money for 100 years, oof, that would be rough. But yes. Also, Zuko was one of the last characters to be written into the show. The Fire Lord was meant to be the show's main antagonist, but the writers realized he would not be able to cause Aang and his friends trouble sitting from his throne. So Zuko was written into the show. And I said that already, but I really wanted to drive that point home. This sounded familiar, but I couldn't remember if I read this in the prep earlier or not. So if anything you could take away from it, it's that fact. Tell your friends. I was like, I think I said this before. You know what? I'm just going to say it again for safety's sake. So, you're welcome. Question number 30. What happens to Princess Yue? Is it she's a fish? She ran away from home? She married Saka? Or she's the moon? What happened to Princess Yue? And what happened to her? Why? She's the moon. Which most all of you knew. So, nicely done. Let's take a look and see how everybody's doing here. Blind Bandit still in the lead. Team Appa is just behind, catching up. It's very close right there. Blind Bandit could be just one question off from losing this all. Not losing it all, just maybe being one shot here. And Rachel again taking third. All right, we are in the home stretch now. Moving on to question 31. What is Toff's last name? Is it Beifong? Is it Zhao? Is it Sato? Or she doesn't have one? What is Toff's last name? Sato, sorry, did I say I'm getting yelled at by my own people at this point. That's on me. I mispronounced that moving quickly and not thinking. My apologies. Toff's last name, it's Beifong. Fact, none of the characters, except for, I almost wanted to say the fact about Zuko again. None of the characters, except for Toff Beifong, have a last name. They are known from their respective nations, like Zuko of the Fire Nation, Katara of the Southern Water Tribe. Sato and Zhao are in Korra. So we're moving into question 32 now. We are looking at M. Night Shyamalan's, who directed a film based on the first book of the TV show. What is the name of the movie? Is the movie Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Last Airbender, Avatar, or Aang Does His Thing? What was the name of M. Night Shyamalan's masterpiece based on the first book of the TV show? And of course, the correct answer is Aang Does His Thing. Kidding, it's The Last Airbender. We just wanted to be pedantic here and really nail down the exact title of, again, a masterpiece. Reasonable to assume that they threw Avatar at the beginning of that, but no, just The Last Airbender. And feel free to give your own commentary, for those of you that have seen the film, about it. Question 33. Oh, Emily says we don't speak of this movie, so I'll move on to, unfortunately, another question about it. This movie did not win many awards. Which award did this movie win? Was it the Teen Choice Award Choice Summer Movie? Was it the Kids' Choice Award for Favorite Movie? Was it the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Picture? Or the Best Performance in a Feature Film Supporting Young Actress? And the correct answer is the Golden Raspberry Award, which I believe are also known as the Razzies, for Worst Picture, which is an entire award show based on terrible films, which included the likes of Catwoman, if I believe. And I think that was one of the only times that an actress from a film actually accepted, or actor or actress accepted an award on behalf of a film at the Razzies. So if you've never heard of the Raspberries, or I believe the Golden Raspberries are called, definitely check it out. It's sorry, I'm getting caught up here. Also, good job for those of you that knew was the worst film, which is apparently how we're just going to treat these last couple of questions. Question 34. Who is the actor portraying Aang in the movie? Portraying Aang. That's a tongue twister there. Was it Noah Ringer? Was it Zac Efron? Was it D. Bradley Baker? Or Jesse McCartney? Who is the actor portraying Aang? Portraying Aang. Sorry. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Clearly, I'm all tongue-tied now. And the actor portraying Aang in the movie, Noah Ringer. Noah Ringer submitted an audition tape of himself doing martial arts with a completely shaved head with Aang's signature arrow tattoo painted on his forehead to Paramount Pictures, which is what won him the role. And yes, the questions are going to get harder purely based on most people's distaste for the movie. Zac Efron auditioned for the part of Saka, and M. Night Shyamalan offered him the role, but he had to turn it down because of scheduling conflicts. D. Bradley Baker, who voiced Appa and Momo in Avatar: The Last Airbender, voices them again for the film. So D. Bradley Baker does both the voice of it in the show and in the movie. And Jesse McCartney was originally cast to play Zuko, but was replaced with Dev Patel due to scheduling conflicts. The old scheduling conflict. And finally, to put a button on this whole thing. The final question number 35. This is Paramount Nickelodeon's first and only live action feature film based on an animated Nickelodeon television series, with the second being, was it Sonic the Hedgehog? Was it Transformers? Was it Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events? Or Dora and the Lost City of Gold? Oh, that's my phone. I think this may be one of the harder questions we've given, actually. The correct answer, the second film for Paramount and Nickelodeon, putting together a live action feature based on an animated Nickelodeon television series, Dora and the Lost City of Gold. This is Paramount Nickelodeon's first and only live action feature film based on yep, there you go. So, with all that, yes, also, it was surprisingly like kind of a split there. But yes, Dora and the Lost City of Gold was the second one. Can't say I've seen that one. If you have, tell me in the chat. So with all of that being said and done, let's take a look at the final score. In third place, we got Rachel. In second, we have Team Appa. And in first place, and it was, again, very close, Blind Bandit. Oh, actually, Blind Bandit did not get all the questions right. We must have stumped you on one of the, I'm assuming it was one of the film ones. So, Blind Bandit, well done. We will reach out to you with the email you provided for your prize, as well as Team Appa and Rachel. Thank you all very much for coming out. If you register through the library's website, you will receive a follow-up email with a survey link. Please fill out the survey. We appreciate any feedback, anything you thought. If you thought the questions were too easy, too hard, too many questions about the movie, if you thought I was particularly charming or wonderful, say that extensively. But yes, we read it. We do read it. We would love to hear if you have other ideas for trivia nights that you would like to see. By all means, let us know. We'll love to know that. But outside that, once again, congratulations to Blind Bandit, Team Appa, and Rachel, and to everyone that joined us for tonight's trivia game. Thank you all, and have a lovely night.